KCTK Radio proudly presents Amy's Appetite KC.
Welcome to Amy's Appetite KC, a weekly discussion about the latest in good food in the Kansas City area. Amy will guide you about new and old restaurants that you can enjoy, and much, much more, as we say. And now, welcome your host, Amy Keys. Yay, Amy, how are you?
I'm good, Paul. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I am excited to talk to you because I already see on your Facebook page, Amy's Appetite KC. Everyone should look at that. You have some interesting food to talk about this week.
I do, and I have to, honestly, since we didn't have a show before Labor Day weekend, we didn't get a chance to talk about how many great food events were over Labor Day weekend. And so the American Royal Rite happened that weekend, and Irish Fest happened that weekend, and there were some others, but and I don't consider this like the world's greatest food event, but actually my little food journey that I took today was inspired by Santa Calagon days. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a really interesting at Santa Calagon, which, I don't know, you've probably been up there a million times too, growing up in this area. I've been there 1,000 times. And myself, my wife, my brother, my sister-in-law, your sister, go up there, and me and my brother get a corn dog. Because you got to get a corn dog at Santa Calagon.
Right. Or any fair festival in the state of Missouri. It's the thing.
True.
Yeah.
But the ladies got Greek food.
Yes.
Have you heard about this?
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, it was just like a vendor that was there, and they ate the Greek food, and they said it was absolutely amazing. Now, I come to find out, I was asking around that there is a restaurant. The guy has a restaurant. I got to get the guy's name and figure out what the restaurant is. But the food was just amazing up there.
So
doesn't that surprise you, though?
Well, it does. So here's what happened is that the day after that, or a couple days, I think, after that, we were all sitting out by the pool.
Okay.
And Christy and Nancy proceeded to tell me about having a few beers at the beer tent.
Sure.
And then next thing you know, they turn around and there's this tent of food, and there's a big, huge tray of paella and rice and grilled vegetables piled to the sky, the way they're telling it. All this delicious Greek gyro meat, and crab cakes. I mean, and when Nancy mentioned crab cakes, I'm like, you had me at crab cakes.
Right.
So that was on Sunday of Labor Day weekend when they're telling me about this while we're sitting around the pool. And I mean, I'm salivating. So Monday,
you went up there.
Well, Monday, I wake Emery up and I'm like, guess what we're having for breakfast? Because he had slept till like 11, right? Mm-hmm. I said, we're heading to Santa Calagon days. We really, truly went to Santa Calagon days only to eat at that tent. So I walk in, we get there, and I see this tent, and it's got all this food, and I'm like, this must be it, because I see crab cakes, and Nancy had mentioned so I get these crab cakes, and I start eating them, and Emery's like, yeah, I'm not really interested in this. Can we keep walking? And then we go like 2 more tents down, and then I see the big tray of paella, and I'm like, I ate at the damn wrong tent. But either way, the crab cakes I had were amazing. That was delicious.
Yeah.
So, but it just really, I was like, man, the face of fair food is changing a little, right? So, and I'm sure some of that's driven by the truck food, the food truck movement, and all the different stuff. But because the quality of the food was incredible.
Yeah, it was
so restaurant quality.
Restaurant gourmet quality.
It absolutely was. And so I had the crab cakes. Emery had a gyro at the place where the gals had eaten at that night at Santa Calagon days. And what was crazy is I don't know how familiar you are with gyros, and I think most people know what they are. We're talking about the gyro. People call them, I need a gyro, Gyro.
Right.
But so the gyro, and that's made out of that lamb meat that's sort of sliced off of a big, what do you call that? I can't think of it.
Turns around.
It's a rotisserie type thing.
Yeah.
Like so an upright rotisserie. So, and they shave the meat off of there. And you can actually go to like a whole, like a Costco's or even like the Restaurant Depot, and you can buy that meat that's made. Like, it's delicious, but most places don't actually make it from scratch themselves. It's sort of something pre-made they buy and they put in there. But at that place at Santa Calagon Days, I am here to tell you that was real lamb meat, like actual like chopped lamb meat. I was like, you've got to be kidding
Isn't
me.
that crazy?
It was so good. But I didn't have the gyro, and so I've been craving it ever since. So I was on a mission to find a good gyro, and so I did some.
And you did that.
And I did that today.
Okay, so this all led to.
Oh,
wow.
you did. You thought I was wandering, didn't you?
No, I was just kind of bringing up the good food that I was surprised about.
No.
But I'll make it my mission. I'll figure out who had that food. Like I was told Saturday that it was actually someone has a restaurant somewhere in the Kansas City area.
Right.
And I don't know who it is.
It almost has to be, because that is not fair food.
Right.
I mean, not that it can't be, because it can. Mm-hmm. And I could see that they could make a killing there. But the quality of the food was just, I mean, there was something more to that. I mean, they're just really good at what they do. But what I was curious to see then is, so this coming weekend is the Fall Fun Fest in Blue Springs.
Right.
Another kind of a big food event. A lot of people go specifically to Fall Fun Fest for the various food tents that they have there, because there's a couple they have that you won't ever see at other fairs or festivals. But so I'm actually like,
I wonder if they'll be there.
That's kind of what I'm hoping.
We need to investigate if there's a regular place.
Right.
For
so
these folks.
I want to find out if they're going to be there. And if they are, then maybe I can get a card or get a little bit more information, because I didn't even know, if they were even local. They could, as far as I knew, they could have been like carnies and they just travel from fair to fair. I don't know.
That's what I thought too. But I asked someone who was part of the organizing committee.
Okay.
And they go, no, it's a local guy. I don't know his name. I go, well, I got to find out.
Okay.
I got to find out.
Well, when I was doing some research today to chase down this gyro, because I wanted to eat a gyro, there's a lot of Greek restaurants in Kansas City. Yeah, I had no idea.
Didn't know that.
So I don't know if we have a big Greek population that I wasn't. The Greek. So I think last weekend actually was the Greek festival.
Okay.
That happens every year. I haven't been in a few years. The boys and I used to go I wouldn't say we go every year, but we used to go quite a bit to the Greek festival, and it's a really, really great time.
I always say it's all Greek to me.
You made me LOL. You didn't even need your laugh track.
I actually did. I did very much. So did you go to the Greek festival?
We didn't. No, we didn't go. But it was this past weekend, and but because there is a Greek festival, and I know they have it at a big Greek Orthodox church, and this kind
where
of.
is it? Where's that located?
It's over. It's Overland Park. I want to say like near around, if I'm recalling, 119th and Knoll-ish area, that kind of. And that Greek festival's been going on. I know that the first time I took Jacob, he's 22 now, and I think the first time I took him, he couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 years old. So it may be on longer than that. Folks can look that up and see, but yeah. But I was just surprised how many Greek restaurants there were in Kansas City. I had no clue.
So you were on a quest, and maybe we just dive into this if you don't mind.
Sure.
You ended up at the Gyro Cafe. Gyro Grill Cafe?
Gyro Grill Cafe. And so I say North Kansas City.
And let me just say that to everyone, as you're listening, you can look at Amy's Appetite KC on Facebook. Also, if you happen to be listening to us on a Tuesday night, not a Wednesday, but a Tuesday.
New time.
You can call us at 913-735-0060. We dare you. And you can also call that number if you ever have suggestions of things. But you can also look on Amy. You have some pictures of where you went. So I want to highlight it. So go ahead. You found this cafe grill.
So, and honestly, I chose this place as first and foremost a matter of convenience. So I was at work today, playing catch up from having not been feeling well last week, and so I didn't want to take a lot of time, but I couldn't get my mind off the gyro. So there happened to be just a few miles from my office was this Gyro Grill Cafe, and as you can, I'm looking at it here I'm just on the internet, and Yelp, it's got 4.5 stars on Yelp. So that's, to me, usually a pretty good indication that it's worth giving it a try. And so I checked out Yelp, and then I scooted over there.
Over there at 412 Northeast Inglewood Road.
Northwest. And the only reason I'm going to make sure is Northwest Inglewood Road, because I put Northeast into my GPS when I went today, and I ended up in a park. So.
Oh, you know what, too?
Yeah.
You talked about that great a Mexican restaurant in Clay Como, and I said it was west of 435, but it's actually east.
Okay.
No, wait. I just did it opposite. It's west of 435.
I'm super directionally
and so
challenged.
someone told me you said it wrong. So if this is our correction portion of our program. What's the name of that place?
We're never wrong, Paul. I have no idea what you're talking
name of that place?
about.
Anyway,
yes,
it's west. Okay, so this is is northwest. So where is that about?
Like really close to like Vivian and North Oak Traffic Way.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the Vivian North Oak Traffic Way, and then it's kind of just a little shopping center. So I don't know if anybody has heard of, I know there's one out in Lisa, one in Blue Springs. There's a bar called Side Pockets.
Oh yeah.
And they have one up north, and so it's in the same shopping center as the Side Pockets up north. So if you're familiar with the Northland and you know where Side Pockets is, because it takes up about half the shopping center. It is in that same little shopping center there. So 412 Northwest Inglewood Road, very easy to find. Just a very unassuming place from the outside. And you go in, if you can see, actually it's kind of funny, if you can see, if you go to Amy's Appetite KC on the Facebook page, and you can see that I took a picture of the menu board. So you can see that instead of replacing the menu board, they've just kind of slapped up some masking tape with updated pricing. I don't think that's ever an indication of how good a place is going to be when you check the food out. So
you know what? Maybe they're more focused on the food than the menu.
We're gonna right, and when you make a permanent menu like that, it's a little pricey to keep replacing it. So who knows if they'll do that at any extra point? But so I walk in the door. There was a line, and the dining room area was full. I probably got there around noon, so that's pretty good to be full before noon. So dining room was full noon. Yep. And actually a couple of the people that walked in behind me, the gal behind the counter called them by their first name. So clearly they have a regular customer.
Some regular people.
They have a regular customer base that come in there. And so I went with what I had been craving, which was the gyro sandwich. I didn't get the combo. The combo comes with either fries or rice and a drink. But I also wanted to try the baba ganoush, not just because I like to say baba ganoush, but because I actually think it's delicious, and I wanted to give theirs a try.
Baba ganoush is what? Tell us what.
So baba ganoush is actually it's pureed eggplant, and it's kind of it's a little bit tart, lemony. It's usually served with cumin or chili powder on the top and some hot sauce. You can see there's a picture of it there on the. It looks like hummus, and I think people now. I mean, I think 15 years ago people said, "Okay, well, so what is hummus?" But I think everyone knows what hummus is now. Hummus has become
so that's the baba ganoush right there, and there's a picture of it you have on Facebook.
Yep.
I actually thought that was hummus.
Right, and most people do. And actually, she was getting ready to bag up my food. A gentleman was standing at the counter, and he goes, I want that hummus, and she said, "Well, that's actually baba ganoush." But so it's an eggplant puree. It has a fairly similar texture to hummus, but a completely different flavor. So it's delicious, and just like hummus, at a lot of sort of Greek or Mediterranean restaurants, it's served with warm pita bread and a huge amount of it. It was a huge portion. Of course, it is an appetizer. The baba ganoush is on the appetizer menu, so it is more than for one person. I was only able to eat half the gyro and just a little bit of the, baba ganoush and the pita bread. So I took it home and fed it to my kid for dinner. So.
And so how was the sandwich that you were kind of craving the sandwich?
Yeah, so it was delicious. I mean, there was plenty of meat. It was plentiful. One thing I liked is that because when you take it to go, they don't put it all together for you, so then you don't unwrap that foil and have wilted lettuce and wilted
and wet
tomatoes and wet. Right, so they put the lettuce and the onion and the tomato on the side. They gave you plenty of the tzatziki sauce. If anybody knows what that is, it's like a cucumber dill sauce that is very traditional, served with a gyro. What I really liked about their meat, and I don't know if this is all the time or if I got lucky today, but their meat was kind of like the edges of it had a little bit of texture or crunch to it. Kind of like you want your barbecue, like juicy in the middle, but you want that edge, that kind of cooked edge on it. So it was, I would have no complaints. The sandwich was delicious. The baba ganoush was delicious. The service was phenomenal.
Really?
I mean, just very friendly.
Tell me about. Do you go up and order, and then they bring it to you, or how? What's that?
You do, and even if you're going to sit in the dining room and eat, you order at the counter. And I think so. Most of what I saw them serving while I was there were people who were taking it to go. The dining room. I think they would you order it and then they call your name up and you go get it and sit down. So yeah.
But the service was real good. They helped you through the menu.
She was yes. Yep.
Yeah.
She was friendly, and as a matter of fact, that's one of the first things she said when I walked in. Is she said, "Have you been here before?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Okay, if you have any questions, let me know." And because she could see that I was sort of kind of because there are some things on here that I don't know what a kufta burger is or kufta burger, and which is
and then double kufta burger. How about that?
I know. So we need to find out what kufta is because I take a lot of pride in my food knowledge, and when I see something I don't know, I usually go and research it immediately. But I haven't even checked to see what that is yet. So, but also going to be a good spot for folks if they're vegetarian because I do have the falafel sandwich, and that's a vegetarian. A falafel is like a fried dough made out of chickpeas.
Now they have the chicken shawarma.
Shawarma.
I love that. I have. There used to be. I think they moved a restaurant downtown KC that serves chicken shawarma.
So there's one in the River Market.
Okay.
If you're craving that and you want to give it a try, there's a shawarma place. Well, first of all, of course, I'd like you to give. If you're up north ever, but I know you're not typically up north.
Yeah.
But I know you eat in the River Market once in a while. So if you want some chicken shawarma, go, it's like right inside the market where the little restaurants are. There's a Mediterranean restaurant in there. Hibachi House is what it's called. Hibachi House. Go check out their chicken shawarma. It's delicious.
And you didn't, was anyone you went with had the chicken there?
No, and actually, I was a loner today. I ate alone.
Oh wow! But you ventured out to someplace new.
I did.
Now, do you feel like your craving that started with Santa Calagon days for the gyro?
Gyro, Paul.
Gyro. Did you fulfill it?
I did. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I'm good to go. I'm still full. I didn't eat dinner, and I won't need to. It was a winner. We have a winner.
And how long would you wait in line? That's the
to be honest,
system that we're trying to make up.
Right. Well, they made it to order, and I actually did have to wait about 20 minutes, and I was perfectly happy with that. And I would have waited longer. I mean, as long as I had the time, I think I can see why they have a line out the door at lunchtime. I get it.
But the line moves?
It moves.
See, that's what I like to do. I like moving lines.
The line moves. I mean, you do have to wait a little bit, but they have some table like in the little area there where the counter is. They've got some tables and chairs. So I just sat down and text and, looked at email and whatever on my phone while I waited, and it was perfectly fine. I decided to take it back to my office. I don't know. I probably could have just ate it there, but I still sometimes have that little loner moment sitting in a restaurant by myself. I don't know what that's about. I very rarely do it, that I'll just sit by myself. And
well, you know what? That's what's good about you're not doing that just because there's nothing else to do. You're doing that for us. You're eating that food, and you're enjoying the experience for us, so you can tell us later.
Right. I am definitely. I am packing on the pounds and eating alone. I'm taking one for the team here.
The sacrifices that you make.
It's such a hard job to do.
We just can't thank you enough. So that is the Gyro Grill Cafe.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you the phonetic spelling.
Yeah, they are at 412 Northwest Inglewood Drive, north of the river, right there, like Vivian and North Oak.
Right.
And so check them out. You'll be happy you did. And that probably is a good time. Just kind of take a little break. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
And we'll take a break. And I know that you're going to be talking about something else delicious. That is, should I do a little preview here?
Yeah, so Monde Bakery.
Monde Bakery.
That's a place I've been eating at for years, and so I figured since we were chatting about the Northland, I haven't been probably in a month or so, but I still it's one of my favorite places to eat in North Kansas City.
Okay, so we'll take a break, and then we'll hear more about that. Thanks for listening to Amy's Appetite KC podcast.
I'm Timmy. I've always wanted to be a postman, and Jobs for Teams have helped my dream job become reality. They've placed me on an apprenticeship, which means I get my very own miniature post route. It's not that far. I go left at the top of the road, right by the park, straight past the school, and take the second road on the...
I bet you didn't see that coming. Neither did Timmy. Every year, thousands of teenagers are at risk whilst they are on the road. Don't let it be you. Stop, look, and listen.
I am excited to remind you that everyone needs to go to Poppy's Ice Cream and Coffee House. It's delicious. Downtown Lee Summit, fresh, local ice cream made in-house. They serve those famous flavors such as lemon cookie, toasted marshmallow, and many, many more. You know they've won awards. You did know that, didn't you? I've said that. I've told you that before, so you knew that. From the pitch, best ice cream in Kansas City. They have sorbet. They have delicious coffee, chips, chocolate factor treats, all kinds of great stuff. Poppy's Ice Cream in Lee Summit. We love it. We love to tell you about it. So make sure that you are going to Poppy's in Lee Summit.
KCTK Radio proudly presents Amy's Appetite KC.
And welcome back to Amy's Appetite KC. It's the show where we talk about deliciousness. Yeah, food and everything like that. All the good stuff that Amy can find for us. And she does it for us, folks. She doesn't just, want to go someplace good to eat lunch. She's got other things to do, but she does it for us because she cares. So thanks, Amy. Really appreciate that so much. Really.
Sorry. Oh, are we doing a show right now?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I'm having fun too, Paul. Sorry about that. I was doing a little research here and got sidetracked.
Did you want to remind people to give us a call?
I do. Yeah. So if you want to call in, if you have any questions or comments about any of the restaurants we're talking about, or you have something you want to share related to the Kansas City food scene or anything else food-wise, 913-735-0060.
And big news about the phone number, if you're ready to hear it.
Oh.
Are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
The last podcast we did, it actually worked.
Nice.
So, yeah. Pretty excited about that.
So we're hoping it works today because...
Yeah. So someone has to try us out and give us a call.
I feel confident that we're not just talking to ourselves.
A lot of people are able to listen to this podcast later through iTunes and Google Play and then kind of plan your week. We decided to start doing the podcast on Tuesday instead of Wednesday to give you more time to eat. So we want to prepare everything for you on a Tuesday, and then you plan your meals. And then by that, by next week, it'll be like, hey, we're ready to eat again. So you have highlighted the greatness of a lunchtime place. Can you go there for dinner? The Gyro Cafe?
Oh, I think so. I better double check the hours, but I can't. It does not seem like a place to me that would only be open for lunch. I'm sure that. Oh, you know what? Actually, I remember I did read about that. So if I remember right, maybe they close after lunch, like 2, and then they reopen for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope I'm remembering that right. But when I was doing some research today, I feel like I recall that, and I'll look here in a few minutes, and we'll figure out and make sure we're right, because we wouldn't want to have to do a whole other section of corrections next week.
Yes.
So
looks like we have a call. Can you hear us, caller?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Who's this? This is KCTK, Amy's Appetite KC podcast. Who's this?
My name's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I heard you talking about the heroes.
Gyro.
I never know how to
You're saying it like me. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But I do happen to know that Amy has been in Europe and had them over there.
Oh.
So I wanted to know what was the best ones you've ever had.
Well, that's a great question.
That is a really good question, and I only vaguely remember the drunken gyro that I had. I was pretty, the beer in England was good, and I'd had a lot of it. Yeah, so I don't remember the year that I remember being surprised that there were so many Greek and Indian restaurants in England. I didn't expect that at all. But
So how does this restaurant compare to?
Really quite the same. Quite the same. Quite the
Really?
same. Yes.
Okay, because we used to get carry out. I don't know if they might have delivered, but we used to get those, delivered as a meal every once in a while. So I just wondered if it's kind of like that here. Like, could I call and order it here, and it's going to taste like it did when I lived in England?
Well, I don't. Lisa, where do you live? What part of town are you in?
Well, Pleasant Hill. I don't think
you're going to get delivery anything.
Right.
I might have to go pick up.
You might have to go. You might have to go pick up. I don't know. We'll go. We'll get in contact with me, and we'll get on the. We'll get together and go have a gyro.
Lisa, would you like to be one of Amy's lunchers?
Do what?
Would you like to be one of Amy's lunchers?
I would love to be.
Okay, congratulations. You're one of Amy's lunchers. So
Yay!
congratulations.
Welcome to the team, Lisa.
And thanks for calling. You're our first successful call.
Yay!
All right, keep listening. Thanks.
Love you.
So, it's as good as in Europe, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. That's funny. So, first of all, I went to Europe in 2007.
Okay.
So it's been 10 years. And there was a full day and evening of drinking involved when we had the Euros.
Then you called and it delivered to you.
No, when we were there, we had like the walk up. I think if I remember right, there was like a outdoor and you walk up and order food. It's kind of like on the street type window thing. See, that's how vague my memory is.
Well,
I don't know how. Maybe we did deliver it.
Good thing you have Lisa to help you with it all.
Lisa to help me out.
So tell us about the next thing you have for us.
Well, just because we were talking about North Kansas City and at least here, and so there's a place actually on Armour Boulevard, like in North Kansas City, what is sort of considered, I guess, the main, drag there. And it's called Monde Bakery. And Monde is not just a bakery. They're baked goods. Just go to their Facebook page. The Monde, it's spelled L-E, and then capital M-O-N-D-E, Monde Bakery. It's on Armour Boulevard, like I said. And it's a true bakery. And their baked goods and their pastries are incredible. But I go there for the spicy chicken curry soup. And so does about, I don't know, it feels like everyone else on earth, because especially in the fall and winter starts to come, it's like, so did you watch, of course you watched Seinfeld.
Oh, yes.
The soup kitchen.
I've got a problem with it, yeah.
And you've got a problem with it.
It's like the only show I like to watch. So,
yeah. You have a good problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, and then the soup kitchen and the people line way up to get the soup. So this is what happens at Monde Bakery. Tiny little eating area inside, but people literally will line down the sidewalk to get this spicy chicken curry soup.
Can you get a marble rye there?
A marble rye?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My Seinfeld friends will know what I'm talking about from that one.
Okay.
So
I guess I didn't. I missed it.
Are they located right next to the movie theater?
The old movie theater?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're there. So, and then the other thing is, and so interesting enough, is they have these Vietnamese spring rolls that I really like, and they only have those on Wednesdays. But Monde Bakery, man, the pastries. I have a friend who is just a huge pastry lover, and says that you will not find a better chocolate croissant than you will find at Monde Bakery. So,
and just looking at these things in the on their Facebook, it's just I got to go there immediately. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is, the chocolate croissant.
Yeah. So apparently what? Look at that.
Where can I? We're sorry, folks. I know this is audio and we're looking at things. But how do I friend this? I want to put that friend request.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's delicious. That looks so good.
So you can keep up with them. Their pastries are incredible. And like I said, I go there for the lunch food, but I always grab a couple of pastries. You can't not grab some pastries. I mean, going out the door.
So it looks like, and there's people outside there waiting. So tell me about the regular lunch food, because I'm overwhelmed with the baked goods and the pastries and everything.
So really, the lunch food, they only have a couple of items. They always have the spicy chicken curry soup, which is sort of like the mainstay. It's what people just line up for.
Okay.
It's incredible. And I don't know. I mean, I can't figure out what they put in this broth that makes it so just luscious, and it's spicy and it's rich, and the chicken's so moist, and it's got potatoes in it, and you can kind of see the chili oil floating on the top. It's amazing.
Now, when you order the soup, do you have to do it in a certain way, or you get kicked out of line?
I got that reference.
Good.
I've not been
kind of like a fascist regime.
right. I've not been kicked out yet, but I have learned that you don't ask for the spring rolls on any other day but Wednesday.
Okay.
So, but then they always have a soup of the day, and they have a seafood bisque that is. So it's the only time I go that I don't order the chicken curry. So I don't go for lunch as much in the spring and summer because I don't eat as much hot soups in the spring and summer. But fall and winter, I mean, it could be a weekly stop for me. Yeah. So, but they have
I had to check that out.
They have a seafood bisque, and it is really good. But they have, like I said, they always have a soup of the day, and then they always have the chicken curry, and then they have the spring rolls on Wednesdays. Then in the refrigerator case, they do have like croissant sandwiches. They've got like a refrigerator case that you can just get like a croissant,
like a deli type
chicken,
sandwich?
like a chicken salad sandwich. And I've had the chicken salad; it's delicious. Well, but they, their pastries are so good. So when you've got a good chicken salad on an incredibly, there it is. There's a picture of it right on their site.
Yeah. I love
chicken salad on the croissant. Yeah. So, you need to check it out. And, I mean, that's really just like working downtown. That's just a hop, skip, and up. It's not far for you at all.
Right.
Straight in there. And, sometimes I would say the earlier you go, the better. They can run out of soup. When it's gone, it's gone. And they serve the soup with rice. I always get my rice on the side so I can decide how much rice I want in my soup and how much I do. And they'll ask you, or they'll say, do you want a rice, or do you want a roll, or do you want both? I think you can never go wrong with both. So they give you it's like a small French baguette, a roll or whatever. So
and they're just for lunch. They probably don't have dinner, right?
No, yeah, they're just a lunch.
You probably can go in and get something for breakfast. Though they have coffee or anything like that with
they
the pastries.
They do have coffee. Yep. So you can go in. They open early, and you can go in and
get
you can.
A coffee.
I think. So I hate when I misspeak because I want to say things, but I think they do roastery coffee. I say that because there's a lot of people around Kansas City. They're very, that we got a lot of great coffees and roasteries like our kind of our hometown coffee, and so that's what they do there is roastery coffee, and they have pastries in the morning. And so you want to run by there on your way into work and grab something, a croissant or something sweet. And oh my, look at that sticky bun. Sorry folks that you can't see what we're looking at, but you could if you go to Facebook. I'm sure you have I would say that you're within a foot of an electronic device out there, so pick up your phone and go to Monde Bakery on the Facebook page or on Yelp, and the pictures will make you salivate.
So you said there's lines. I mean, how long do you got to wait?
It just depends on the day.
If you're in a hurry for lunch, is it a good spot to go to, or do you need to have a little more time?
It's a great spot to go to if you're going for. Well, it's fast. It's soup, right?
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah. So no, I mean, you're never going to wait long. I mean, you order. They give it to you before you walk away from the register.
Okay.
So you don't ever have to wait. And it's a transactionally there. It's very, very quick. So yeah, I mean, if you've got 30 minutes, you've got plenty of time to grab it if you want to either eat it there. Like I said, the seating is pretty limited, so be prepared to go early if you want to stay there and eat. They have indoor and patio, like sidewalk seating, I'd call it. So that's very, very French of them. And or you can just take it back to your office, whatever you want to do. Or there's a nice little park there in North Kansas City too. If you're, a loner like me and you want to go sit in a park and eat by yourself.
No, you're not a loner. You're doing it for us.
I know.
So we definitely recommend Monde Bakery, right?
We do.
Absolutely. Make sure you go there. Enjoy some pastries, soup, sandwiches sometimes. Sounds like they have for the summertime, there's nothing better for lunch than a nice chicken salad sandwich. In the winter, nice bowl soup. So
you're exactly right. So year round, it's a great place to go. And honestly, if you visit my Amy's Appetite KC Facebook page, if you scroll back far enough, because I was doing the Facebook page long before we started doing this. If you scroll back far enough, you'll find pictures of it. It's been featured on Amy's Appetite KC Facebook before.
You have a link on it too, as well.
I do. Yep.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a link to what we're talking about today. So,
yeah. But I've got a
Awesome. So, we got two great places north of the river. I like your themes. Last time we talked about things out by Lake Lotawana, and then now you're doing north of the river. You are all over the place, and it's awesome. So we'll take one more break, and then we'll be back and tell you about some great stuff you should go next week. And this is Amy's Appetite KC.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
We're Rosati's Pizza in Overland Park. We've been here since 1995. We're strictly a carry-out delivery pizzeria and Italian catering. We make everything in-house, from our dough to our pizza sauce, grate our own cheese. We do make authentic Chicago-style deep dishes and also Chicago stuffed pizzas. We hand-roll every pizza to order and then sauce it and top it. We do offer pizza by the slice from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. 7 days a week, we always offer our 5 basic choices of pepperoni, cheese, Italian sausage, classic combo, and meat classic. And on Wednesday through Friday, we have 8 choices of slices to choose from. It's a very keep it simple setup here. Slices are walk in, tell us what you want, boom, you're out the door within 5 minutes.
That's been really convenient. You don't have to plan ahead to get this kind of food. It tastes really good and it's worth coming just for the one.
Our location here is about 80% delivery and 20% carry out. You know, you can order over the phone. We do have online ordering available at rosatisop.com, as well as just carry out, walk in, order at the counter. There's no minimum delivery. We deliver everything that's on the menu. Slices are only available for carry-out, but we do handle small and large deliveries daily. For office orders, people often call a day ahead for catering for lasagnas and our large catering pastas and salads that we offer. But we can handle it on the spot the day ahead too. Normally an hour's notice is all we need to get you pizza for 25 to 50 people. We are a full Italian caterer. Any Italian catering you would like, we can make it here in-house. We can do events from 15 people to 1,000 people. We can get it done. We've been voted KC's best pizza somewhere almost every year since 1998. The main thing about our pizza is how fresh it is. We actually make the dough daily and roll it out to order. Sauces are made daily, and just the care we put into making every pizza special.
Welcome back to Amy's Appetite KC. It's that podcast you know that you love, you listen to all the time, that you tells you about all the great restaurants in Kansas City, and we've had some great ones. Really, kind of a Northland lunch theme. I know you go different times, but kind of these are great lunch spots.
Yeah. I do go. I do eat at different times. Well, like a couple weeks ago, we talked about, a lot, like the Jazz, that was, dinner stuff. I don't know. I mean, yeah, but sometimes it's just more convenient for me to do lunch.
Right.
And I have some, I know I've really made it sound like I just fly solo all the time. It's not the case. I have a great group of foodie co-workers and friends that we kind of like to try new restaurants, and a lot of the eating that we do together. And so,
well, Lisa called us at 913-735-0060, and she became one of Amy's lunchers. So I mean, if you call in, if you're the 15th caller and you say KCTK Radio, then you can be one of Amy's lunchers. See, I just made up that price.
I love it.
It's just a matter of people wanting to go to lunch with you.
Let's get that lunch crew going. Hey, I don't know if he's listening or not, but I was going to give a shout out here. It looks like just as we were sitting here, we got a brand new like to the Amy's Appetite Facebook page.
Awesome.
Leo Medina. So Leo Medina likes Amy's Appetite KC. So Leo, I hope you're listening.
Funky Cold? Who is it?
Funky Cold.
Funky Cold Medina.
Funky Cold Leo Medina.
All right.
So, Leo, if you're listening, first of all, thank you and welcome to the Amy's Appetite KC family.
Yeah, and it's a good, nice little page you have there on Facebook because you allow people to post some things, ask some questions, and it's a good place. So, I don't know where you want to go next.
Well,
if you want to.
I do, though. I want to give a shout out. Can we stay up north for a real quick second?
Let's do, yes.
We stay up north, and I want to give a shout out. So last week, or the last show, we were talking about catfish. Remember, August was National Catfish Month. Mm-hmm. And I just want to give a shout out to Anita Moore. She's a chef and owner of Soiree New Orleans Bistro. It's in Smithville. And she actually reached out to us on the Amy's Appetite Facebook page. I unfortunately have not had a chance to get all the way up to Smithville yet, but I checked out their website and their menu, and I mean, it was mouth-watering. And the reason she reached out is because she had heard we were talking about where can you get the best catfish in Kansas City, and apparently that is one of their dishes there. And so I just want to give a shout out to Anita and say, hey, thanks for reaching out to us on the Facebook page, and looking forward to coming and eating there. But
look what I'm doing. I'm liking their restaurant, Soiree New Orleans Bistro. Is that right?
Yep, Soiree New Orleans Bistro.
I'm going to check that out because I mean we love the jazz, but. You know, Smithville has kind of become a really kind of neat little place for some really good restaurants. You know, led the way by Justice Drugstore, and then now this. I'm really looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah, so I think, and you know, I mean, it's a nice drive up to Smithville, and so and it looks like it would be a great date night type of place. And if you go to if you get on the our Facebook page, I've pasted a link to their restaurant. I've also posted a link where she did a cooking demonstration on a local news television show in the morning.
The newest kid on the block in Smithville, chef and owner Anita Moore of Soiree New Orleans Bistro is here. Welcome to the show.
She's a nice young woman.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Yeah,
deviled eggs are one of my favorites.
I know,
but you're doing a unique twist to deviled eggs.
Yes,
what was the inspiration behind this dish?
Well, it was we at a previous restaurant that I worked at, we had deviled eggs, and I said, well, why don't I just drop it in the fryer and see
deep
what it
fried
tastes like.
deviled eggs.
I love it. So you can go to Amy's Appetite KC, and you have that link there. You can watch the whole. Look at Channel 41 where Anita is. That I can't wait to go there now, and I appreciate her reaching out to you.
I do
awesome.
too. I do too. And so folks, if you're looking for someplace new to eat this weekend, take a drive up to Smithville and give Soiree a try. And if you do, please let them know. Let Anita Moore that you heard about it on Amy's Appetite KC podcast or through the Facebook page. But let them know we were talking about them.
Yeah, awesome. So even if you have to go by yourself, you're going to have to go up there.
I'm not going to Smithville alone.
You know what? Maybe this is the first luncher event. You have Audrey, you have Lisa.
I know.
I think probably Nancy, Christy will probably, since they told you about the food at Santa Calagon Days.
Surely there's got to be a winery on the way there or on the way home.
Right. Absolutely right. The things you do, the sacrifices you make.
I know.
For people.
It's terrible.
Well,
I just eat until I sweat.
That's so great of you. Thank you. So we need to check out that restaurant. And
yeah.
What else? Anything else?
So, we've been starting the show this way, and we didn't today. But, today's the national. So this is going to lead into, and I don't know what time Poppy's closes tonight, but it's National Chocolate Milkshake Day.
What?
I know. So, folks, if get over to Poppy's and get your milkshake. I don't know how late they stay open, but anyways, it's National Chocolate Milkshake Day, and it is only $7.50, so it's not too late to go get a milkshake.
Yeah, you have to go get a milkshake. Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna make it even more exciting, Paul.
Okay.
I got a couple milkshake fun facts.
Okay.
Can we do milkshake fun facts?
Sure.
So this is kind of interesting. Milkshakes got their name from being served in bars. So if a customer enjoyed the milkshake, he shook hands with the bartender, and if not, he didn't leave a tip and he walked out the door. How do milkshakes start in bars?
I just imagine they shook it up. That's what I thought it was a milkshake.
So the truth is
weird.
that did you know that the electric blender was invented in 1922 specifically to make milkshakes?
Really?
Right. Not what do they call? Does everybody drink now?
Smoothies.
Smoothies, vegetable smoothie. No, folks.
So the blender was for a milkshake.
It was made for milkshakes. Get your vegetables out of the damn blender. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah. So and it'd take 3,200,000 average-sized milkshakes to fill up an Olympic-sized pool.
That's a lot of milkshakes.
That is a lot of milkshakes. I don't know. Has anybody filled a pool with milkshakes? I'd take a dive.
You would think someone would today on National Milkshake Day. Chocolate Milkshake Day. Yeah. Right?
National Chocolate
Milkshake
Day.
Because the vanilla, I don't know if they have their own day, but this is chocolate.
Yeah. I wonder if Wendy's with their...
That's a Frosty. Is that a milkshake?
I don't know. How do you know?
Is it even dairy? Now, what if
That's a good question.
What if it was a chocolate malted? Does this count for today?
Well, it must, because in my fun facts about the national, it says malted milk powder was invented in 1897 by James and William Horlick. A soda jerk for Walgreens drugstore.
Oh, okay.
Malted milk was invented in the Walgreens drugstore, who first added it to milkshakes also in 1922. The created malted milkshake, or it was just called plain malt. So I like the malt. Do you like the malt?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You can get a good malted milkshake at that soda fountain there at Independence Square, right? Clinton's has a good malted milkshake. But yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize it was Chocolate Milkshake Day.
It is, yeah. I should have brought some. I know I have to say it every
That's
week.
Your thing.
That's my thing.
I
was gonna bring you. I was gonna bring it, but I got sidetracked on my way here. I was worried that they would melt.
Right.
My reasons for not doing it actually are very selfish, which is I plan to share and stop and have a milkshake with my son after he gets done with
very
his
nice.
band tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
He deserves that for being a hardworking band member.
He sure does.
So happy milkshake. You know what? Since this is new media, the podcast, a lot of people will be listening to this tomorrow. We're declaring it Milkshake Week.
We can do that.
We're doing that. It's a chocolate milkshake week. Have one once a day, maybe 3 times a day to make it up for the times you missed. So enjoy your chocolate milkshake.
Yeah.
Anything else? What do we need to know for the horizon for next week? Anything on your menu, as it were, for next week?
So, man, I don't know. I'm hoping that at some point between now and next week that I can make it up to Smithville. So we've already talked about that. Mm-hmm. I know we just want to give a mention if folks are listening to this show, it's because they like to hear and talk and think about food, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a great food event that happens every year in Kansas City. It is a fundraiser, but it's a great food event, and it's A Taste of Leawood.
Okay.
So A Taste of Leawood 2017 is this Saturday. It's from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. You can find it on Eventbrite to purchase tickets. You do have to purchase
tickets. Where is that located?
So let me see where it is this year. Town Center Plaza.
Okay.
So this is it's a huge food event. There will be over 30 of the better restaurants in Kansas City. Like I said, it is a fundraiser. The tickets aren't cheap, but you're going to get food for what you would pay to go out to dinner.
What are they raising money for?
So
they don't need money for Leawood.
Yeah, Leawood doesn't need money. Paul, I love when you just put me on the spot. We don't know.
We're guessing it's a good cause, right?
Yeah. So it's sponsored by Burns and McDonnell, Country Club Bank. I'm just perusing. I'm reading through. Maybe the Chamber of Commerce, because it's put on by the Chamber of Commerce. So maybe.
Well, it's a chance to raise money for a good cause and to eat a lot.
Yeah.
And again, I mean...
But can I say this, that even if it's not a good cause, $55 to then have free reign to eat food from some places such as Andre's and Blue Chip Cookies and Bravo and BRGR and Dean and DeLuca and Firebird's Wood Fired Grill, Foos, Fabulous Cafe, Gaslight Grill, Gordon Biersch Brewery, and I could go on and on. There's over La Bodega. Love La Bodega. So there's over 30 restaurants. So for the $55 that it costs to get in, I know that sounds really pricey, but if you're a person who's going to go out on Saturday night and go out to dinner, do this instead. Right. And you can sample food from a lot of places and probably many places that you've never eaten or don't have time to go to.
That reminds me. Went to a wedding at the Rock Hill Grill. Have you been there?
No.
It used to be called the Cashew downtown. They had the best food. So we got to check that one out for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Downstairs it's a restaurant now. Upstairs is a banquet room, and the food was amazing. So put that on the
Rock Hill
list.
Grill.
Yeah, I'll put that on my to-do list as well. But the service and the food there was amazing.
And you were was it like a catered type since it was for a wedding when you went and the food was good?
Mm-hmm. They had sliders. They had amazing appetizers that was a little grilled cheese and then a shot of tomato soup that you shoot
love
afterwards.
that.
So a lot of great food. Great, and they had cake and cookies. I don't know if they made them there, but they were amazing too. So it used to be just a bar of cashew. And now it's again, and to me, it's just another example of where these restaurateurs really they're stepping up their game, mostly because they have to now, but they are really stepping up their game, and you can't get away anymore with just regular bar food or whatever it may be. You got to pick it up, and people are rising to the occasion and having some great food around town.
I love it. So I'm gonna have to give that a try. That's not too far for me at work, and so I knew that the cashew was no longer, but I didn't know what had happened there. So
Rock Hill Grill.
Yeah, we'll have to give that a go.
So check that out, and then you're gonna maybe check out our new friend up in Smithville.
Yes.
And then anything else as we
certainly going to try. Well, I'm going to hit the Blue Springs Fall Fun Fest and get a Timothy burger. That's kind of a big deal there. And see if our Greek friends are there. I have some family that's going to be in town this weekend, so I might. They probably would be interested in. Well, yeah. I mean, my son's Blue Springs South Jaguar Pride. Marching in the parade.
Oh, they are? Okay, great.
They're marching. The Blue Springs South Jaguar Pride's marching in the Fall Fun Fest parade. So if you want to hear some terrific music and see the cutest cymbal person.
Percussion cymbal.
Well, he's a percussionist, and his instrument is too big for a parade, so he marches cymbals. But, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, food and fun.
All right. Well, everyone have a great time, and make sure that you tell everyone to go to Amy's Appetite KC Facebook page, and also tell everyone to go on their iTunes or Google Play and download this podcast and enjoy this podcast, because we love doing it, and Amy does such a great job. So thanks for listening to Amy's Appetite KC. If you have a restaurant you need us to talk about, let us know. Find and follow Amy's Appetite KC on Facebook at Amy's Appetite KC. See you next week, and remember,
food is a journey.
Yay.
Weather forecast. How the heck would I know? Just look at the weather app on your smartphone. KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio. Time for the KCTK Radio News Report.
President Donald Trump tweeted something crazy again.
That was the KCTK Radio News Report. KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio. KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.